Today was one of those perfect riding days. Empty roads, blue skies and autumn colours. There's a route I often take, Highway 635, up through the hills, sweeping corners, beautiful scenery and hardly any traffic. And there's a coffee shop along the way, a hut on a hill where I often stop. And when I'm there, I always look out over the mountains. You can see for miles and most of the view is natural and untouched. Also, in the distance, there's a little track that goes up into the trees and then disappears. And I always think to myself, I've got to take that road next time and find out where it goes. Riding there today, it occurred to me that I've been thinking that for years and still hadn't done it. So today, instead of stopping for coffee, I pulled a U-turn. I went in search of that little road. I took quite a few turnings, but they all ended up in tiny villages or came back out onto the main road. I'd almost given up, and then I saw a little dirt track leading into a field. It was worth a try, so I took it. A few minutes later, I was on a gravel track leading up the side of the mountain through the trees. It was the road I was looking for. I couldn't tell where it was going or how long it was, but curiosity drew me onwards. The sun was shining through the trees and the leaves were turning to autumn colours, giving everything a warm glow. And as I was riding along, I thought of a quote by J.R. Tolkien: "All who wander are not lost." I think about that a lot when I ride, maybe because I spend most of my life wandering. And to a certain extent, that quote validates my actions. It says that to be travelling with no particular aim other than curiosity is actually a positive thing. But thinking about it, I would actually take it one step further. I would say that with travelling, to be lost is the ultimate goal. If you're never lost, you never find anything new. And if you never find anything new, then what's the point in travelling? These days, the word lost only has negative connotations, like a missed opportunity, an inability to perceive or control, a feeling of deficiency or even failure. But for me, it has a positive meaning too. I look back at some of the greatest adventures I've ever had, and they've been in countries where I've travelled with just a basic map and just the sun's position to calculate direction. They've been on roads like this one, no signposts, no tarmac, no way of knowing where you are. They've been with people whose unfamiliar language means that they communicate only with smiles and gestures. They've been in villages with no signs and with names that don't appear on maps or in guidebooks. And for me, that's what travelling is about. Just through being lost, you gain so many amazing experiences. You gain the kind of experience that you're never going to learn in a school or from a book, the kind of experience you can only gain by getting out on the road and getting lost. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes the roads lead nowhere. Sometimes they're unused and overgrown and almost impossible. But sometimes, like today, you find a road that goes on for miles and miles and miles with beautiful views, a road that probably not even the locals know about. You wonder how many people in this country have ever been here, have ever seen this. I still don't know the name of this road. I don't know where I went or how long it took me or the names of the mountains I travelled through. And really, none of that matters anyway. What I do know is that I had a beautiful experience that put a smile on my face for the rest of the day. I also know that sometimes the only way to truly find yourself is to take a random road and just immerse yourself in the unfamiliar. The only way to find yourself is to be lost. That's where the greatest adventures are waiting.